Hey people, it's Nayan Stokin. Now, following from the theme that I've had from last night of water, this is about the Tiwaniyan Black Americans being abandoned by their government in Mississippi. So, this is from The Guardian. No running water in parts of Mississippi capital as flooding hits treatment plant. White House offers help to 150,000 residents of Jackson, which has been under boil water notice for a month. The governor of Mississippi declared a state of emergency and called in the National Guard after the main water treatment facility in state capital Jackson started to fail, threatening the water supply of up to 250,000 people and leaving many without running water. Tate Reeves delivered the news a critical water treatment plant in Jackson has begun to fail on Monday evening. The announcement made official what thousands of the city's 160,000 residents already knew. That water pressure is so low it's impossible to carry out vital daily functions such as flushing toilets or taking showers. Reeves said the state had begun preparing for a scenario where Jackson would be without running water for an extended period. We do not have reliable running water at scale. Dilbert Hoseman, the lieutenant governor, said, "Our understanding is the water and sewer system serving 250,000 citizens of the state and numerous businesses is at the brink of collapsing. We have grave concerns for citizens' health and safety." Since 29th July, households have been under orders to boil all water for drinking, cooking, and brushing teeth to fend off bacterial infections. Now the crisis looks poised to escalate with the possibility the main treatment facility, O.B. Curtis, could fail completely after its central pumps were seriously damaged in the wake of recent flooding of the Pearl River following heavy rains. Local reports suggested bottled water was already running out in groceries and the low pressure was also hampering firefighting operations. I don't understand how the quality of water in the fire engines works. I mean, is it only necessary that they have the water? I don't know. Anyway, all Jackson public schools have switched to virtual teaching indefinitely, as has Jackson State University, at least for the rest of this week. The Jackson State University football coach Deion Sanders said the water crisis left his players without air conditioning or ice. In a video posted on social media, he said he wanted to move players to hotels so they could shower. The National Guard has been called in to distribute water to firefighting stations, hospitals, and private households, although how long the rescue mission can be sustained is in doubt. One Jackson resident, Cassandra Welchlin, told CNN she was having to buy water to support her 3 kids as brown water had been running in her home. "We still would not use that water. We don't boil it to do anything with it because grit is in the water," she said. The Jackson water crisis is in a public safety disaster that was waiting to happen. A cold spell last year left thousands without running water after pipes froze. The O.B. Curtis plant has been troubled with long-standing staff shortages. The city's mayor, Chokwer Antar Lumumba, said the water infrastructure has suffered from 3 decades of chronic underfunding. Lumumba told CNN, I have said on multiple occasions that it's not a matter of if our system would fail, but a matter of when our system would fail. We don't have the funds in order to deal with 30 years of neglect. Maintenance problems have been exacerbated by a half-century of decline in Jackson's resources as a result of white flight from the city following the integration of its public schools in 1970. The population of the city, the largest in Mississippi, is now 80% African American, with 1 in 4 within the official definition of poverty. Lumumba said on Tuesday the cost of putting the system right could run to quite possibly the billions of dollars. Lumumba is Democrat and was invited to the Monday night news conference held by the Republican governor. Although the two politicians are often at odds, Lumumba said on Tuesday he was having productive discussions with the health department and the Mississippi Emergency Management Agency and was grateful for state help. The White House said it was closely monitoring the situation in Mississippi, and Joe Biden had been briefed. The press secretary, Karine Jean-Pierre, said federal agencies, including the Federal Emergency Management Agency and the Environmental Protection Agency, were now looking at how to speed up the delivery of treatment equipment to shore up Jackson's failing facilities. We will continue to partner closely with state and local officials to support the people of Mississippi and stand ready to assist further, Jean-Pierre said. Jean-Pierre also said the state had not asked for help with trucking and drinking water and declined to say why. We know why. Because 80% of the population is black. Just like in Flint, they don't matter. Late on Tuesday, Joe Biden approved an emergency declaration request directing his team to surge federal assistance to the region. Jean-Pierre tweeted, "We are committed to helping the people of Jackson and the state of Mississippi during this urgent time of need," she said. As a sign of how serious the crisis has become, Jackson authorities ordered a halt to all sampling of city drinking water. They said they did not want to contribute further to decline in water pressure. Oh, that was a problem. There wasn't enough water, period, for using fire engines. Oh, okay. So one thing I want to say, this is one of the things I learned off one of these survival videos. So this is a way to have a basic water filter make do. So take like a 1 liter bottle of water after it's empty, and then fill it with like pebbles at the bottom, then fill it with sand, and then the last one, bit, use charcoal powder as a filter, and that should have a basic water filter to get most of the stuff out of your water. Now remember, after filtering it, you have to boil it. It doesn't matter how much it's been filtered; it still has germs in it. So you have to boil the water. And I would say, we saw in Flint, Michigan, that Moses West took his water making machine there. So I don't know if anybody can contact him and ask him to bring it down, because this could really be useful to all the Tiwaniyan blacks who are in need and being neglected by their state and federal officials. And if for any blacks who are interested in helping, if you're in Alabama or just the South or anywhere in the United States and you have the resources, why not load up a truck full of water and bring it to Jackson to distribute to the residents who need help? It's like New Era Detroit to say, we all we got. So anyway, let's hope that the people in Jackson can be helped and this situation can be fixed. Peace.